Hey everybody, long ago Ego here. I made some adjustments to my audio, um, added some filters that I used to have on my old computer, but hadn't updated yet those filters on my microphone when I switched to the new computer. So I thought I would run through my equipment, my Go equipment, and my streaming equipment. This is the new computer that I hand built after Christmas. I play on OGS on this monitor, and this is my broadcasting software program over here, OBS. My microphone is a USB mic. It's a Marantz Pro. My talent camera is an Elgato Facecam. My Goban camera is a manual focus so that you don't get any switch of focus when I'm playing on the board. Now, the overview camera is there. And at the same time I got my face cam, I got two Elgato key lights that I bounce off of the ceiling so that I don't get glare on my board. So lighting is somewhat difficult when you're playing on a Goban, a live board. So I need to have a soft lighting, so I bounce those off the ceiling. Now I do have this light here that illuminates me. And let's see, that light up there is a halo light to put light on the back of my head so that I get some separation from the background. So I like having good lighting. I like a brightly lit room. Unfortunately, the back is a little more well lit than the board. Of course, what you see on the video is different than I see here in the studio. Now, I originally intended to play on the floor Goban, on the floor, and naturally sit in César on a zabuton. Unfortunately, being 71, my knees and ankles could not take more than about 30 minutes, and then they would fall asleep. So I had to give that up. So what I did instead was I raised my Goban up and put it on a platform, nice wide piece of board with some flower pots as feet. And then I also bought this wooden stool that I sit on so that I have some flexibility in my legs. I can have them up like that or down by the side. Now, initially, when I thought this was going to be on the floor, I built that lower platform for my monitors. But when I raised this up, I needed to put another level on that. So I raised that up as well. Now, in this room, my favorite Goban is the one I use for streaming. As you can see from here, it's got some stains that were there when I bought it. However, those tend to get washed out in the stream. Okay, this is much brighter in this camera view than it is in the studio, me looking at it. This is a pretty good representation. It's a little darker to me than it is even in this camera. Now over here, I have a second Goban that is used as a table. I also like that one, but not as much as the one I just showed you. This one is much cleaner and less banged up than the one I play on. I like my aesthetic is sort of old and beat up like me, antique-ish, if I can get it. Okay. Now, for running my stream, I have my original 15-key Stream Deck, which I used to do page down to do things, but I found it didn't work the way I like to work. So then I got a second Stream Deck. The first one I use for switching scenes, and the other one is for starting and stopping for my intro photo and some other things. After that, when I had to spend some money that I had in the US, I got a Stream Deck Plus, and I use that for turning on my key lights up there. And also I've got presets for YouTube, OGS, Stream Elements, and Twitch. After I'd gotten those, I got a new mouse, so ergonomic for my wrist, and I got a new keyboard that I don't use very much when I'm streaming. Now, outside, I do have another Go board. I have 3 here in Hiroshima. I have 2 in Tennessee at my son's place. They're in storage there. And I also had another 2 that I sold when I lived in Portland. Now, the one that's outside, I don't often use it as a Go board, but I use it as a platform to put this floor chair on so that I can sit outside and drink tea. Now, in terms of equipment, besides my Gobans, I have my Go Stones. This is my good set. Let's see if we can. Okay, well, these are really nice. I got them at a recycle shop or overstock shop back when I lived in Sapporo. And these were around $100 back then. Now the stones, this is my second set of good stones. Need to focus that in a little bit more. So these are Tsuki or moon grade, second best grade of shell. And these are 36, size 36. And the set I originally got were 22s. These are quite thick, and so they're the ones I use most. And of course, slate. The black ones are slate. The white ones are clamshell. And the bowls are quite nice. Now I have another set of shell and slate stones. These were much cheaper. My good ones were, I got them wholesale at a place that was near where I used to practice Kendo in Sapporo, and went in one day and got to know the owner, and he showed me around and he offered me some good deals. So those were around $300 for those. These are about $60. And it's hard to see, but these are quite thin, and they still have some color from the outside of the shell. Now, I like the coloration on these. The thing I don't like is that they are highly polished, so they don't have a nice shell texture to them. They have a nice look to them. They look old, but they're a little bit too polished for my taste. Now, the bowls are wood bowls, but they aren't very good ones. There's some defects you can see here, and they don't fit onto the bowls. They're a little bit too big. So I think that's why they were painted black. Now, I suppose it's lacquer, but it's not a high quality lacquer, I don't think. Now, the most natural bowls, the ones that everybody has, the ones that will be at the onsen. If you go to an onsen and go to their public rooms, there'll often be a go board, beat up one, fairly thin, and these kinds of bowls. So this has got a nice texture to it. It's sort of rough. They're never finished to a high polish. And these stones are just normal glass stones. Now, I have had a lot of go stones in my life. I've probably given away 10 sets to various friends. As if I see something on sale, I'll buy it even if I don't need it. Now, these bowls I also like. I like the shape. I especially like this rim. And it's got nice coloration. It's got a bit of a polish on it, so I don't like that aspect. The inside is a little bit less waxed, you might say, so you can feel the texture of the wood on the inside. Now, these are glass stones, colored dark green and lime green. Lighting is kind of tough, and you get a lot of glare off of these. So the color doesn't show up very well. So just there where there's a little bit of a shadow under there is a kind of lime green. The dark stones are actually look really nice with this camera. They're quite dark in person. Okay, so and I use these occasionally. I originally got them as an alternative to black and white stones when I was playing at the Southern Cross Bar at their Tuesday board gaming night. We started playing with some of the other gamers who came and with the bar owner and the bartender, and wanted another set to keep things separate. And also they were supposed to be easy on the eyes. For glass stones, they're quite expensive. They're around $100. I think that's it. Oh, not quite it for equipment. Down here, I do have 3 Go boards. One is a 9 backed by a 13 board. And then I have 2 folding boards. This one is a little bit thinner. And this is the one I used when I used to play Go at a table and stream from there. As you can see, I added a varnish to it, and then it really glared under the lights. So I kind of sanded it down. I roughed it up. So it has a nice rough look to it now, but I don't use it these days. I think that's pretty much everything that I have to talk about today. So I appreciate you watching this video, and hopefully the sound will come out okay on this version. The first take didn't work. All right. Thanks, everybody.